is basically their site. You can sell your products on their site, your products. And they have a product called FBA, which is their fulfillment center. So what you do is you list your products on their site, you send your products to their storage, and when customers order, they will ship out your product. They'll make sure you get a payment. They'll do the customer's return and customer support overall. So with Amazon FBA, all you have to do is find a product to sell, find someone to make the product for you, and get the product to Amazon's warehouse. So that is basically the basics of Amazon FBA. So once you've done all that, you can start to scale. And the reason why Amazon FBA is such a good platform to scale on is because you don't do the everyday tasks of shipping out products, talking to customers. So you can just focus in on putting out a new product, a new product, a new product. And once your product is out there, it's making money for you each month. And you restock, it keeps making money for you, restock. So you create a passive income for yourself. Now, for some people, you already have a company, you already have products to put out there. All you have to do is to make sure there's demand for it. For those of you who don't have products out there, you need to find a product to sell there. So what I'm going to show you now is how I find products to sell on Amazon. This will work mostly for the UK and the German market. It's also possible for the US, but it's harder to find products there. So, are you with me so far? Thumbs up if you understood. Michelle looks tired, but he's still here. So, let's see if I can share my screen. Screen one. So, what I do when I look for products, I start by going to Amazon.com. Sometimes they have a window here called Today's Deals. Now they don't. So what I will do instead is I will go onto Google and Google Amazon bestsellers. Once we've done all that, we'll see Amazon.com bestsellers. We'll click here. And here we'll start to see bestsellers in different categories. And what we were looking for is simple products to start. And a simple product for me is no electronics. And the reason is they can malfunction. No clothes, because you're not a designer, so you can't really differentiate yourself. So looking for simple products such as water bottles, maybe gym equipment. I'll show you on the go and you get an idea. So let's see, we could start with, let's try toys and games. It's not always you find something here because you don't want anything that is patented. So we could check this one out, just for fun. Going to look for more. So right now, I can already tell you that a lot of the games here are, let's say, branded games. So I'm going to try a different strategy because this didn't work as I was expecting. So instead, we'll go to Google again. And we're going to Google Amazon Today's Deals. And Today's Deals, sometimes I find a lot of products to sell. Is it looking better now? No, it won't cooperate. Why? Kindle store, all departments. Let's see if we want to do it now. Okay, even better. Amazon top sellers. Let's see more. Deals. Finally, I'm in the right place. So we want to reach Amazon deals. And now to show you how to find the easy way is basically go to Amazon and you have this box here with all departments, crafts, and want to click deals. So now what we want to do is to try to find some products and we can check out how they're doing on the Amazon market. So here we can see it's a sports sweat waist trimmer. So it trims your weight. We can check if it's a good product to start. So I'm opening a new window here. These, I don't know what it is, but they look simple. So we'll open that one up. Gloves here is a simple product. The reason we will not go for this product is because it's seasonal. You don't use it the whole year around. You only use it during the winter or during the fall, which means that's when they sell. And you want the product that sells during the whole year. Yoga mat, something we could sell. See if you can find another. I'm going to find one last one, and then we're going to start checking how they are doing. And we want to avoid all the electronics, clothes. And we prefer light products. Let's see if you can find. There's a lot of electronics today. So a couple of days ago when I did this part, I found, I think 3 or 4 products in just one day, and that's a lot. It's very rare. Slippers, no. Come on, one last product. If I don't find it on this page, we will do with those two I found. So we have a stand here. Let's see if that one will work. And let's go with that. So when you found simple products, you want just to see if they sell. So to see if a product sells, I use a program called Jungle Scout. A lot of Amazon sellers already use it. It's basically to filter out how much products the sellers sell, how much they earn from it, and how they're ranking. Let's see if I can find a page. You find it on junglescout.com. You can write it down. You don't need to do it now, but just know that Jungle Scouts exist and you will need it. So if you have Jungle Scout, you will able to have a program like this. And it will pull up the product you're having on your page and showing you the price, the monthly sales, and the monthly revenue. Now, to see how this product is doing compared to others, we want to look for the broadest keyword. And the broadest keyword is, what is the product? So if you have a pen, your broadest keyword is the pen. And this product we have in front of us is a waist trimmer. So you want to copy that, put it into the search bar, and make sure we have all departments. Click enter. And now we'll get a lot of waist trimmers here. So when I open up the product now, the program now, you will see a lot of sellers, different prices, a revenue, and reviews. So I'm going to let it load for now. Here you can see the top one is doing almost 17,000 monthly sales. And they have almost 7,688 reviews. And the problem with this product right now is there's too many people selling it. We can see that people are selling it, they're getting it sold, but there are too many sellers, so we can't compete. But here's the big part. We are just on Amazon.com, which is in the US. We can check how it's doing in the UK and in Germany, and that way we might find a good product. So I'm going to open a new tab. I'm going to Amazon.de, which is the German market. I'm going to paste in waist trimmer. And we're going to open up the program here again. And we'll see how it's doing on the German market. So let's let it load. So here it says low demand, low competition. So if you click on monthly sales, or monthly revenue is better. We have 2 or 3, maybe 4 sellers which are getting them sold, but demand is not there. So they already have a lot of reviews. If you would start the product, why would a customer buy from you? There's someone already out there, they have the product, they have a lot of people showing that it works. Why would I buy from you? And since the competition and the demand here is kind of likewise, this would be a good place to start. So we want high demand, low competition. So we will test this on the UK market and hopefully we find something. Amazon.co.uk. I'll try the same one. And let's hope we find a product. And I can also tell, like, product research is probably the most boring part of selling on Amazon because you're only grinding. So this one, we can see it's also high demand, high competition. So it might not be a good product to start. So how we're going to determine if it's a good product to start, even though the competition is high, is can we be different in some way? So I'm going to start looking at these ones. And what I can tell you is basically every single product here is solving the same problem. So for this product, I wouldn't see a big way to differentiate myself. So I wouldn't start this one. But ways you could start to differentiate yourself. Let's come with an example. Let's say you decide to sell an ab roller. People buy your ab roller. Why do I want it? The customer is looking for a result. So if everyone is just selling ab rollers, can you try to figure out what result they are looking for and give them that? So probably they're buying the ab roller because they want to get fit. So if you're able to include, let's say, a workout program with the product, or maybe even a closed Facebook group where they can meet a lot of other people who want to get fit. So there are different ways you can use to, let's say, be different. So I'm going to stop share for now so you can see me again. Sadly, we didn't find a product here, but the gist of it is very simple. Find a product with high demand, low competition, and be different. And you really need to get down to the main problem. Why do the customer want this product? And if you can solve that solution, you will succeed. Because they're looking for a solution. It's not just the product. They're trying to buy the solution. So once you've done all that, let's say you found a product, what is the next step of Amazon FBA? So the next step would be to find a supplier. I will go more in depth on other videos I will make on YouTube for more in depth on how to do product research. This was just very short, but I will go more in depth. So I'm going to start sharing my screen again. And I want you to write this down. The site is called Alibaba.com. This is a great site to find suppliers. So with the product we found earlier, which was now a great one to start, if we would type in waist trimmer here on Alibaba, we would get a lot of options. Here we can see a lot of different sellers who are, or different manufacturers who are making this product. And this is how we can start looking for someone to make it for us. And here's where we would probably send out a generic message saying, I'm looking for this product, these are the requirements I want, and shipping terms and so on. And I'm going to give you some things you will need for your supplier. If they don't have trade assurance or are not verified supplier, I won't even message them. So to have trade assurance, it means if you buy on Alibaba and you receive your product and it's not what you ordered, or maybe it's missing, something is broken, you will get your money back. And that's why you need to have trade assurance. So that's basically your security for ordering. And verified, it means that someone has actually gone out to the business, visited them to make sure they actually exist. So those two, verified supplier and trade assurance. And also I would aim for minimum 2 years of operation. That way you know that your manufacturer actually exists and you won't be scammed. Now in this video, I won't go through the template I use. I can send it out afterwards for those people who want it. Now, let's say you found your supplier. What's the next step? So you won't basically ship your product to Amazon, but before you do all that, and let's say you found your product, you found a supplier, no people want it, what do you need to do now? Well, you will need your company, but you will also need to make a brand for your product. And the reason is, if you go to Amazon and you sell just a pen, your neighbor, Michelle, maybe Adam, could sell the exact same pen on your listing, and he could just undercut you on the price. And when people click buy, they will buy the pen from Adam instead. So so people can jump on your listing and basically steal your customers. But if you make your brand, they can't do that, because if your pen has a brand on it and theirs do not, it's not the same product in Amazon's terms, let's say. So they're not allowed to sell on your listing. So if you're going to sell on Amazon, you need to make a brand. Remember that. I'm going to stop sharing a little bit again. So now I'm just giving you, like, throwing information on you. You won't remember anything, but you like to give you the broadness of Amazon, give you an idea of what you need to do. So let me tell you on some of the mistakes I did with selling on Amazon. So let's say you go through all the steps, you find your product, you find a supplier, you make your logo, and going to ship to Amazon. When importing to the European Union, you will need a VAT number, write that up, an EORI number, write that up too. Your EORI number is basically the number you use when you're importing to the company. So the mistake I did was I let my supplier do all the shipping from them until an Amazon warehouse. And when you import, you pay taxes for the products you import, a VAT tax. In Germany, it's 19%. But you also have VAT on your products when you sell them on Amazon. So if you let someone else import your products, you pay tax once importing and twice when selling it. But if you import the product and your sales, your VAT from your sales reaches the same amount of the import, you can deduct the whole amount. So you only pay tax once. And a 19% difference is a lot of profit gone. So that is very important, not to have your supplier to ship it for you. So now you might wonder, but how am I going to do all the shipping? Sounds so hard. I'm going to share my screen again. It's actually easier than you think. Now it's in the way. Let's see if I can here. So just normal shipping companies like DHL. What do I have more? Well, I lost the word. So anyways, these normal shipping companies, if you tell them, I want to ship a product from here to here, they will help you with the paperwork. So you're going to say, I'm going to import from China to this location. They will say you will need this and this paper, and they can do the customs declaration for you. So you will pay the one doing the shipping for you, and they will use your EORI number, meaning you can earn back that 19% if you sell in Germany, or 25% it's in Sweden. And it's very important because it's a lot of money. Otherwise, it will be 19% money just gone from a simple mistake. And I don't want you to do the same mistakes as me. So let's say you've done all that. You're good to go. You've done everything right. You even put up your product on Amazon, and you're taking some nice pictures, or at least you think you took some nice pictures. You add your title, my awesome pen. It's not selling. Let's say you have the perfect product. There is high demand for it, low competition, and you're not selling. What's wrong? So there are two major failures you can make with Amazon. The first one is picking the wrong product. It's basically no demand or high competition. And the second one is making a bad product listing. And the product listing is what people see when they go to Amazon and search on your product. So what is a good product listing? So let's say you're just scrolling through some pictures and you see one which stands out. That's the first one you will click on because it stands out, it caught your attention, you will click on it. The second thing you will look at is the pictures of the listing. And now the question is, can you communicate with your pictures what you're offering, what you solve? If you can do that with your pictures, you will sell a lot better. And most people, what they do, they just take nice different angles of the product because it looks good and you think it will sell because it looks, but don't, because you want to communicate to the customer why you are better, what you're offering, and people are lazy. It needs to be as easy as possible. So in your title, you want to spell out what you're offering. And then in Amazon, everyone spams like extra words, so like blue pen and so on. But your pictures, I would say your pictures is one of the most important, one of the most important things on Amazon. So on my second product I released on Amazon, this happened for me. I found a good product, I put it out there, and for me it was a failure. I sold for 3,000 euros, but I went break even. So I just kept trying to market more and more, but it didn't sell any better. I was like, why? People are happy with the product, something's wrong. And afterwards I realized my pictures are shit, not good at all. So most important things to take from Amazon: product, listing. If you don't manage to do those right, it won't go well for you. It won't go well for you. So now just thrown a lot of information on you guys, and I'm not quite sure. Greedy Adam. I'm not quite sure how much all of you know about Amazon. So if any one of you have questions, you can either raise your hand and just talk directly to me or write in the chat, because there is a lot to know, but it's also simple. It's simple, but a lot of information. So let's see if we have someone. No questions? Vasil, are you sure? Seems like a guy who wants. I see you want. You're even taking notes. It seems like you're learning. So you don't want to know. What more is it to learn? Okay, so no questions. Well, I think I have an idea. Well, not really. So I'm going to share something with you. So for me, where I failed was the product listing. So what I'm currently working on, people ask me, why am I doing all these webinars? So I'm working out to make sure that people don't make the same mistakes as I do. So what I've done the past week is I put forward a product, which is about creating your product listing. I'm going to post it in chat for people who want to check it out. I'm not saying you have to buy it, because even if you don't need it, you don't need it. But let's say you want to start selling on Amazon and you already decided, and you don't want to fail with your product listing. It might be something for you. So I'm going to link it for those who want it. And those who don't, I will have more videos coming about product research, import, why customers buy. Can you compare a bad listing to a good one? Sure. I'm going to share my screen again. I've actually found one of those. I have a memory of it. So let's go to Amazon.com. And I think it was, let's say, how do you spell muscle? Muscle massage gun. Muscle massager. No. Oh, it's lagging on my screen. Let's see if I can find the role. I actually found it while looking for. Yeah, I think I will find it. So I'm just going to start scrolling here. These are pretty decent listings. They're not the best ones, but they're not bad either. And how you know it's good, it's simply if, does it catch your attention or not? This one kind of does, just because it's a guy in the background, but it doesn't tell you exactly what it's helping you with. Okay, let's see. Do you have, I'm going to see if I can find a browse keyword for this product. I want to find one of these. Foam roller, there we have it. The foam roller, let's see. So this one is very clear. It's showing you what are you buying. Here we have a good listing, and the reason is it caught my attention. It's simple as that. So just with the first picture, it tells me this is what you get. It shows you the product, and you also see the vertical size. You also see something down here. I can see it's an ebook, but if you're on maybe the mobile phone, you'll be like, oh, they're offering something more. I'm not quite sure what it is, so I might click on it. So we're going to open that one up. Here we also have a great listing. So this one, they're basically offering what others are, but to stand out, they showed you the product packaging and a bag where you can put your product in. So all these small ways to stand out will make you better. And now, since I know about the one which I found earlier, I'm going to search it up. Adidas. Adidas is a good brand, but last time I checked, their listing were really bad. Can we find it today? No, we can't find it. Well, let's see with Amazon Basics. Okay. Here we have Amazon's own products. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not bad, but it's not the greatest either. It's, you just see, okay, here's a product, and I can roll on it. Meanwhile, okay, here's also a bad listing. I'm going to tell you why this picture is bad. So in this picture, they're trying to show you all the benefits and the cons of other people's product. The problem with this image right here is it's too much information. You won't actually look at it. Just be honest. Let's say you're trying to find a product, you're not quite sure. You won't really put down the time. Same here. It's too much information. You should have maximum 3 features per picture if you want to have that. Too much information. So here's someone who's actually going good for, got a lot of reviews, still his listing is not as good as it should be. So if he would just put down more time on this, this would be a great listing just by changing the amount of information. Here we have a better one. It might not look as good, but it shows you what you get. Size, high firm, tubular, low fat, keeping it simple. So this is the kind of listing you want. Very simple. And the way you can test this is basically you make, let's say, 2 listings of your product, and you show them to people and say, which one would you buy? You're not going to tell them that's your product. You're just going to tell them which one would you buy. Let's see if we can see another one. Yeah, this one is good because it's showing you what you're getting on the first picture, and you also can see that you're getting an ebook. So here they're helping you receive the result. Because imagine that you buy a product and then don't know how to use it. Would it be good for you? And here he also has too much information. You won't read this. You will if you're interested, maybe on the last products, but when you just look into quickly, you won't. And let's check at the bottom, the description. Yeah, here's made it good in the description because here's kind of isolated each thing to each picture. It's like one benefit per picture. Meanwhile, up here, they try to compress everything down to one picture, and you don't want to do that. So I'm going to stop sharing again. To make a good listing, you basically want to make it clear what the customer is getting. And you also want to stand out with your first picture. And you want to show them why you are better. Because if you're better and they don't know and they don't know that, they won't buy it. So you just need to show it very easily. This is what I offer, and here's how I'm helping you achieve your goal. And that's why the ebook would be good, because they're trying to get more fit, so you're offering more value. Maybe you're going to add in invite to a Facebook group. They can meet a lot more people who are active. So you start adding value upon value upon value, and you want to communicate that through your pictures, then people will buy it. So I don't have that much more to add. Now we got one more question, so I'm going to read it up for. Is there a way to calculate the set amount of sales I need to do until I break even? Yes, there is. I can go through it in a new webinar, or I can just do it through messages. So basically, you make a formula. This is how much this is cost. This is how much the profit is if I sell all. How many do I need to sell until I'm breaking? So I won't do this now because I haven't prepared for it, but I can show it in another webinar if people want it. And Amazon also do have a profit calculator to calculate the profit you will make from each product. And I can go through that one in another webinar too. But we won't do that today because we are running out of time. We're almost gone for 32 minutes. So if no one have any more questions, you can check out the link if you want to buy. And the link is for people who are struggling with their current listings. And it's simple, just how to do the Amazon search engine optimization, creating a perfect title, showing them the keywords. And the keywords are here. If you just put in information here, like this seller has done, and they are even doing well, crazy enough, people won't read it. So you want to make your listing easy for people to read, they know what they're getting, and it will stand out extremely well. And what more I'm covering? I'm covering the back end. So what we don't see here they have keywords in its title, like foam roller, muscle roller, stick massage, and so on. These are the words people are searching for to find a product. You can also put it on the back end of your Amazon listing, meaning people won't see those words, but if they search for those words, your product will pop up in the Amazon search engine. So let's see what more. And then I'll go through how you do the description, images, and how to get up running. So the product I made is more for current sellers or people who want to start. Later on, I'm planning to make a full course. And for those who buy it, they will get discounted the amount this one is currently costing for the full course. But you can just wait till the course gets released. Also, for those who buy it, they get invited to my closed Facebook group. We're currently 30 people, and we're growing larger. So if you want it, get it. If you don't. So before we're going to end this, I'm going to see if someone have some last questions. No one? Michelle, are you sure? Vasil, who's writing? I mean, I can even look that you're learning. You're trying to learn from this.
No, man, it was, do you hear me? It was really inspirational and really good that I visited this webinar because yes, I'm tired, but it was entertaining. Like, hey, I am really curious on how you're going to teach me in the 6 weeks program for your product. I am curious because you can just be a trend watcher in a way and then decide and offer stuff. It's really smart on how you did it.
Thank you. So the course I'm going to put out I'm planning to do it this month, is going to basically be step by step, like finding your product, finding your supplier, getting your brand, doing the imports, registering for VAT and all that, because the art course is out there. But when I bought them, they didn't cover VAT. So like you sat there like, okay, Google, and more Google. But we're gone over the time and we don't have any more questions. I'm not going to waste your time anymore. We learned something, but now since no one has anything more to add, we're actually going to end it. So unless someone comes with the last question now, we're going to end it. No? Gandalf? No? Okay, guys. So next webinar will be on Saturday, same time. So if you want to join, hit me up on Facebook. And until next time, bye.